Desiree. Can I say your middle name?
Sure.
Desjardins Garneau.
Andrew Mark Simon. We're back for season 2, baby.
I didn't say you could say my middle name.
And we're back, baby.
And we're back, baby.
Oh my God.
Where are we?
Dude,
New
location. It's big things happening at Sportzball HQ.
I can't even. You know when you look forward to something and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, it's happening. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Like in this moment, I'm like, whoa. Well said, Drew.
That's cool. Oh my God. Some things never change as I just stare at him blankly, trying to get him to the finish line of whatever he's trying to say, you know?
It's torture for me.
Yes. For those just listening, yes, we're in a new studio because we moved. We
both moved.
Yes, we both moved.
Des, where specifically are you living right now?
Los Angeles. I don't want to say the city.
No, I know. Well, I thought even the city wouldn't be that bad. I was like, my joke was like, where are you? Like, what's your address and apartment number and code to get into your building?
Oh, right. Yes, Los Angeles. Drew, where are you at?
Los Angeles.
Nice.
Yeah.
We both moved separately.
Yes. Everything's fine though.
Yeah.
Between us.
Right. Maybe. I don't know. We're back. So I guess it has to be okay. But we are back in new location. One thing about this, for those watching on YouTube, we still don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Peek behind the curtain. Are we happy with what this looks like? No, not quite. With the set, I think I'm happy.
Yeah. Sign's super cool.
You can look at that and it says Sportzball. You know exactly what we are.
And I'm a Dolphins fan.
Broncos fan.
And we'll talk about these later.
Yeah, you can talk about it now.
That's true. So Des and I, wow, you're really looking at that one. What's going on over there?
Because I'm trying to remember what I did.
Oh, okay. So Des and I went to Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
I was gonna say the city that never sleeps, but that's not what Vegas is. It doesn't matter. And we decided, because in Vegas you can bet on whatever you want. So Des and I made official bets on the Broncos and the Dolphins. So these, what I'm pointing to,
tickets
are little like claim tickets. And I did 2 bets for the Dolphins.
Please share, Drew.
Highly optimistic. The Dolphins currently have a over-under win total of 4.5 wins, meaning the Dolphins need to win 5 games or more to have me make money. So I bet $20. And if they win 5 games or more, I win $36 total. So Papa's got big money coming. But then you'd say, Drew, that's crazy. The Dolphins are going to be one of the worst teams in the league. We'll get to that in a second. I bet $10 that the Dolphins will make the playoffs this year.
This is wild.
And if they do,
this is wild.
$100. I was kind of surprised by that turnaround. I was like, well, I feel like that's a crazier bet. I should make more money. Anyway.
And well, also, mind you, I was coming back, like, we made our bet. You only wanted to do 1 bet.
Yeah.
And I went to the restroom, and then I came back, and you're back at the kiosk placing another bet, and it was for the Dolphins to go to the playoffs.
Why
and
not?
I was like, what
Why not?
world?
Why not?
What world are we living in?
The fun one.
Yeah, so
I only have 2, Des.
I did 4. So originally why we wanted to do this is, 1, our best friends, Emily and Connor, live in Vegas.
Hi, Emily.
Emily and
Hi,
Connor. So we went to visit them. 2, wanted to do this because I was irate of what Vegas put the how many games the Broncos were supposed to win.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was irate. They said that the Broncos should only win 10.5, right? We won 14 last season, okay? 14, 10.5, pop.
Easy money.
I placed a bet for the over. $10 for the over. I win $7, so it'll make $17. Pretty big moves, okay? It's more about principle.
Yeah.
It's more about principle. The other bet I placed. Oh, wait. No. I looked at the wrong ticket.
That's okay. You still said the bet.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. The
Wait,
money's different?
It's a different one. We're scratching everything I just said. Okay, the Broncos I was irate about because...
About what, Des?
Because... Actually, it's worse. The Broncos are only slated to win 9.5 games.
That's even...
not 10.5.
What?
9.5 games. And I was like, okay, we just won 14. It's like voodoo. What do they say when you run it back?
Deja vu?
I'm in deja vu. Yes. So 9.5 wins. And I said, screw you, Vegas. I'm taking your money. So I bet the over. I bet $50. And I would make $40, so I'd get $90 back.
Okay, that's better.
That's a better one.
Yeah.
The one I was looking at is what made me irritated that Vegas did. Because Vegas not only chose the Chargers to win more games than us, they also chose the GD Chiefs to win more games than us. And I said, not on my watch.
Nay.
And they're the ones that are slated to win 10.5. So slated to win one more game than us by Vegas. And I said, not on my watch. So I bet $10 for the Chiefs to not win 10 games. I would win $17 for that one. Money well spent.
It's an accumulation game.
Money well spent.
Yeah.
So
what are these two little ding-dongs?
These two in the middle, they're going to stay in the middle because these are the big kahunas. One, bet on the Broncos to win the AFC Championship.
Whoa.
I know. Two, I bet them to win the Super Bowl.
Whoa. Yeah. I forgot about those big boys.
Yeah. $20 to win the Super Bowl, I'd make $340. $20 to win the AFC Championship, I'd make $180.
So all in all, can you do quick math?
Yeah, how much I spent?
And how much you could make?
Oh, $100, I could make about $600.
And I spent $20, and I could make just shy of $150.
And all you need is the Dolphins.
And that's a good little representation of like where our teams are. Dez is like, this could happen. Look at the things. And I'm like, we're kind of strapped for cash right now. Let's just see what happens.
We got Walmart money over here, baby. We got Walmart. And last but not least, at least about our set is we got to set the scoreboard up.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we do.
We got to get it. So basically, it's 0-0. Drew, this is one of the only times in the entire season that you are going to be tied with the Denver Broncos.
I don't know. We'll see. So for anyone who's new to Sportsball this year or for anyone who never watched us on YouTube, Des and I constantly had these scores of the Broncos and the Dolphins throughout the season. So this is how we're starting our seasons. Obviously 0-0. We're not going to mess with this for preseason for different reasons. Des loves preseason, thinks it matters so much, and I'm like, whatever, preseason.
It's football. I don't understand. For instance, Hall of Fame game Thursday. Why the hell are you not watching? You've gone, not you, the ethereal you. Football fans have gone March, April, May, June, July, 5 months, nearly 6 months without football.
Almost all of February anyway. On top of that.
Correct. So nearly 6.5, 7 months without football. Preseason matters because it's football.
I think now I will agree with you. I love when I get to see my boys in action and new highlights of things. But after like 2 seconds, I'm like, it's not real.
Oh my God.
But dude. I still get excited.
I think that you're robbing yourself of joy is what they say.
I'm a Dolphins fan.
Amen, sister.
That's what I've been doing my entire life.
Amen, sister.
Anything else? I mean, before we get it, so the biggest thing that Des and I are going to have to talk about is we got invited to Fanatics Fest.
Yeah, you want to skip right to that?
No, it's called a teaser. We're going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
But like other stuff that's happening, any other big things happened during the Des off season?
Yeah, my Des off season moved. It's been quite, I don't know if you've ever moved.
Yes.
Period. Yeah.
I have.
Cool. It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare.
Fun.
You are never settled for like 8 months. It just takes so long. And that's been the state of what I've been in. But also I started 2 new jobs. Instructing. What? We'll never know.
I was even going to say, I'm pretty sore because Des instructed me yesterday, and she did a great job doing it.
Well, now we don't. That seems weird if people don't know what I'm instructing, if I made you sore.
I think we've hinted enough that it's physical instructing. The more I talk, the less I'm having fun with it.
I hate it. Like, my shoulders are getting a little bit higher. So, started 2 new jobs. And this was when, 3 months? Yeah, we've only been away for 3 months. Yeah. 2 new jobs, moved.
It's only been 3 months?
It's only been 3 months, dude. Only been 3 months.
That's crazy.
I know.
I kept making the joke because for the longest time as a football fan, I'm like, God, the offseason's so long. I miss football. What am I going to do? Blah, 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 blah. If you think the offseason is long and you're like, I wish it would fly by, start a business that revolves around football and make yourself have to do a lot of things during the offseason. It'll fly by. And you'll be like, oh,
the quickest.
What?
Well, and also move and start 2 new jobs.
Start 2 new jobs.
Like this was the quickest it's ever 100%. Been for me. So what about you, Drewski? How's your off season?
I'm playing softball.
Well, yes, as he was last season.
I was going to say, I did.
You were, because we talked about it on this pod. About
so
you
that's
playing
still,
softball.
So that's still happening. I play for the LA Moonshots.
Yep, everyone go get a ticket.
We made the playoffs our spring season and then got absolutely obliterated in the playoffs, which is fine.
Yeah,
we are currently in 4th place, which is a playoff spot.
Out of how many teams?
We're the 4th one. And
wait, what? Oh, I thought you meant out of 4 teams.
No. We don't have to say the number of teams that are
6.
in the league. There's 6, yeah. We're 4 out of 6. We're 3-3. We won a big game against our division rivals, the Dingers, last night.
Screw the Dingers.
No, we like the Dingers.
Oh, we love the Dingers.
Remember the Dingers?
The white shirts. They all wore the white shirts.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the loud fun
ones.
The
loud fun ones. Yes.
Yeah. The white shirts.
The white shirts. So that's fun. Also, I am still training for and am still planning on competing for the Taco Bell 50K in October.
One simply cannot believe it.
Well, one made me do it, so.
Drew, rewind the tapes. Literally last season, after we're done with our primetime picks, where we both chose what teams would win Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night football, you were losing. And about 6 weeks till the end of the season, you go, we should make a bet on what the loser has to do. And I go, are you sure? You're currently losing. You're like, yeah. And then you were like, there's this Taco Bell marathon. Well, we'll see what the other people want, what the listeners want me to do. And then one person said the Taco Bell marathon. You're like, you know what? That's it. I'm running the Taco Bell marathon.
I agree with 84% of that. The order's a little different. I think I talked about the Taco Bell marathon. Almost all of it is correct. I was losing pretty aggressively. I did say we should put stakes on it. I think other things got bigger votes of what I should do or what the loser should do.
Yeah.
I think the order was a little different, but it doesn't matter.
Either way. So he's still training for it. That's in October.
I've been training okay at the running aspect. The stomach aspect I have not been training for at all.
Oh, yeah.
Eating and running and stuff.
Good luck with that, dude.
Especially lately.
God, that sounds awful.
You know what I mean?
Huh?
Especially lately.
What about, you said that already. What do you mean?
The poop lettuce.
Oh, yeah. We can't eat Taco Bell right now.
I know.
Shoot, the poop lettuce. Taco Bell, come
on!
Get
your act together before October.
It's always poop lettuce for Taco Bell.
But I think if it makes national, it's really bad.
It's really bad when it makes national news.
People are like, I pooped after Taco Bell. They're like, yeah? And they're like, no, I pooped after Taco Bell.
It's a poop lettuce, okay? It's pretty crazy.
Potty humor.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think the biggest fun thing that we should talk about and spend a little time is Des and I got invited to Fanatics Fest NYC.
Fanatics Fest NYC.
Yeah. And it was a blast. My first time going to Fanatics Fest. Dez's second.
Yes, my second time. Essentially, it's Comic-Con for sports fans.
Yeah, man.
That's the easiest way to explain it. You have every different sports league there, celebrities, athletes of all sorts and kinds. They do panels, they do activations. You can watch celebrities compete in the Fanatics games. You can compete in it. It's just a bunch of fun stuff. They have a ton of cool apparel, things like that. So it's sort of what Fanatics Fest is.
Yeah, so it was super fun. We got to go and and yeah, we got to go. No, I was going to say, Fanatics invited us, and, that was really nice of them. And so thank you and shout out to Fanatics for said activities. But, the biggest thing that Des and I were debating even before we got there, we had all these decisions to make. And before we even get there, the biggest decision was, do we fly out Thursday morning and maybe get to the first day of Fanatics Fest a little bit late? Or do we save a little bit of money, save a little bit of time, and take the red eye from Los Angeles all the way to New York City? And we opted for the red eye.
Even after 3 separate sets of people said, don't do that.
And we said, what are you talking about? It's going to be fine.
Don't do the red eye. And we said, we're stronger than you.
Hold my beer. Literally.
And in fact, we were not stronger.
No, it was awful. It was awful. I can't sleep on planes. I've gotten a lot better with my flight anxiety, but I just have to say this. Des and I got on the plane. I was sitting in a window seat. Des was in a window seat right behind me. And we were giddy. We're excited. Our trip's coming up. We're like, we're gonna do the thing. You want to watch Moneyball? We're gonna watch Moneyball. Let's watch Moneyball. Woo! Flight takes off. Conk. Both of us pass out immediately. And so I wake up a little bit. I look around. Everyone's either asleep. It's dark. Everyone's either asleep or on their phones. I look back. Des, head back, mouth open, zooted. And like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of flying. I've gotten a lot better with my flight anxiety, but I used to have big flight anxiety. The main flight attendant had an accent, and that's totally fine, but I can't really understand what he's saying. And so maybe 45 minutes into the flight, he comes on to the intercom and goes, "It's got an emergency." And I was like, What? What emergency? I look around. No one seems to care. Everyone's either asleep or their headphones are in. Then he comes on and says something else. Then the pilots go, "Flight attendants, please check in. Please check in." And there's chaos in my brain. Then the dreaded 3 chimes happens. Now, I've looked this up because I don't like flying. I have to Google all the things. When you're flying and they do like the ding, ding, and sometimes they go ding, 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 ding. That's 2 chimes. 3 chimes means emergency. 3 chimes means disaster. 3 chimes means bad, bad, bad. I even talked to a flight attendant yesterday, and she was like, "Whoa, you heard the 3 chimes?" She flies all the time. She hasn't heard the 3 chimes. Long story short, I don't know what it was, but the 3 chimes happened, and it scared me. At one point, the flight attendant, one of them came by to collect trash, and I was too scared to say anything, but I needed to know that we weren't going to die, so I just looked at her and gave her a thumbs up with like a thumbs up ? And she was like, "Yep." And then walked away. I was terrified.
What do you think she's gonna turn to you when you do a thumbs up? She's like, we're going down.
Well, I don't know.
As she's picking up trash from the flight.
But I needed something. She seemed fine, and that's what they say. They say if you're scared, you look at the flight attendants. If they're okay, everything's okay.
They're trained to be okay.
Well, train me to feel better.
Not have flight anxiety.
Yeah. So, but overall, great time. And then we had a small flight after we landed in DC, then we flew to New York. We were like, great, we got an hour, we're going to get some sleep. No, because this flight attendant just talked every 2 seconds, so we couldn't sleep. Anyway, it was a struggle, but then we got there, and it was a blast.
So what I really want to talk about at Fanatics Fest, besides Drew's flight anxiety,
it was
I guess.
Scary.
Jesus Christ. So I met the Nick Bonito, everyone. In case you're new to Sportzball or you don't know much about Des, Nick Baynito is what we call him because he's Bay. My all-time favorite player. Not all-time, sorry. As of last year, he won the battle for who's going to be my next favorite player because Javonte Williams left.
And then even before we even knew the playing that was going to happen, I mean, we knew he was good, but he became Dez's favorite player, and he said, "Let me prove it to you by showing up and being one of the best
leader in
ever."
The NFL.
Oh my God, he was
so
great.
Good. So we were about to leave Thursday day, and it was around in the afternoon, and we had toyed with like leaving, not leaving, leaving, not leaving. Finally, we were on our way out, and I see this girl ahead of me, and there wasn't a lot of people leaving at this time because it ended at like 6:30. This is around like 3. This girl ahead of me, she was wearing blue, and I remember seeing her earlier at the Fanatics vintage shop because she was buying a Broncos sweater, and I was like, I wanted to say something, be like, "Hey, sick Broncos sweater." So I just clocked her, and then I looked who she was with, and I was like, God, that guy is tall. And then I see his hair, and I go, there's no way. And then that's when I realized outside with no one else around, no security, nothing crazy. He's not wearing a badge, not being like, this is me, this is Nick. I realize it's him. It's Nick Benito. And I have never gone up to a Broncos player. Like, I have been in passing around Broncos players, and it's been fine. I'm like, oh, I acknowledge you are that, and that's so cool. This is the first time that I was like, this is, you only get one chance. No, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. The opportunity of a lifetime.
There you go. It's sure. That's what Eminem says. Yeah.
I listen to the song all the time. Why do I not know it? I float away. Literally. I tap him on the shoulder because he's probably like 6 feet in front of us with no one else around. We're in this parking lot exiting. And I'm like, hey, I'm a big Broncos fan. Any chance I can get a picture? He was so kind. We get a picture. Drew's talking to, he was with his girlfriend, who we respect.
Yes, we do.
And I respect her game.
What did you say?
I was talking to Nick after we took a couple pictures, and I would go, hey, just want to let you know, I do Broncos content. It's called Broncos for Dummies, but we all call you Nick Benito. And then I turned to his girlfriend, and I was like, with all due respect. With all due respect. Because I did not want her to be like, oh, God. Because in football, you have girls throwing themselves at these players 24/7.
And Des needed to clarify several things. That's not what she was doing.
No.
That's not what she does.
No.
And there's another girl.
Yes.
Girl on girl code.
Yes, girl code. Always first
girl
and foremost.
Code. That's a better way to say that.
Girl on girl code, true. Yikes, bro. But it's a pretty big deal. So I met Nick Benito, and then I was like, oh my God, can I see the pictures? And Drew's like, I got a video of it. I look at the video. He is recording the ground because he hit the record button when he meant to hit end record.
Dude, I don't know. Man.
That was the first time I've seen red with Drew. Drew does a lot of silly things. We'll say that. And there's been times where I'm like, it's fine. Whatever. It's fine. We all make mistakes. That was the first time I saw red. And I was like, I can't keep doing this, Grandpa. I can't keep doing this. But you made up for it the rest of the trip, right?
Kinda, sure. I don't know.
Also, I know I don't need to say anything because Drew's going to beat himself up the most about it. So I'm good. I don't need to be like, hey, this is what you should have done.
Oh, no.
Because Drew's going to replay it in his mind 17 times. So I breathed and I didn't do anything.
And you were, it's so funny that you say that because from my point of view, I was like, wow, Des is being really cool about this. Little did I know, like, she probably has a stomach ulcer because of how much she was holding in. But, like, yeah, it just was frustrating because, like, I've learned, look, I love myself and I love all the things that it can offer the world. Therapy. And specifically Des in this business partnership.
Yes.
But I've had to learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
Even at one point when we were out there for the AFC championship game last year, I go up to Des and I go, can you just like give me like a influencer crash course? And like, I like asked for help, which is a big thing for me to do.
It is.
And like, I learned a lot. And
what did I say, though? The main thing, Influencer 101, that we've worked
always
on.
Have your phone out.
Phone in hand. Phone in hand. Never goes away. Phone in hand.
And I was.
You're still working on that.
I know. I got better-ish. Kinda.
Yeah.
But yeah, so whatever. It doesn't matter. No point in crying over spilled milk.
Doesn't matter. Either way, we got the pick. Go to Dummies if you want to see it. But that was big for me. And then Drew had one person who he wanted to meet at this festival. And
Kickball Dad.
Yeah.
I gotta see Kickball Dad. And if no one out here, if none of you know who Kickball Dad is, I implore you.
He's so cool.
To go look at his content. Basically, his daughter was like, my dad's the goofiest, silliest, funniest person ever. Let me just start filming him. And then now he's become like a sensation. He has like 2 million followers.
Big Dolphins fan.
And he's a giant Dolphins fan. Mm-hmm. And again, same thing. We're leaving. This was the next day. So this was Friday. And it's like, should we do this? We had like a rough plan of every day, but there was always like, things are always changing. And it wasn't as like, should we, shouldn't we as the day before, but there was like, maybe we'll do this. Let's go to the bathroom. Oh, we're stuck in this line. Like it just worked out perfectly. We walk outside in the exact same spot. We bump into Nick Benito and Des, being better at this than I am, phone is I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like chasing a butterfly or looking at a helicopter or something.
Typically, yeah, Drew's looking
God damn
in the
it.
sky.
And Des does all of this in one swoop. Phone out, starts recording as she taps me on the shoulder and gestures towards Kickball Dad. And luckily, I picked up what she was putting down and walked up, met him, did a fins up. And what I think helped is we kind of planned our outfits. It was the day that I planned on wearing a Dolphin shirt. So we had common ground anyway.
Yeah.
And it was cool. We talked for like 3 minutes, and he was initiating the whole conversation.
Yeah. He wouldn't stop talking to him. I was like, Drew, let him go. And then every time I was like, oh, I wanted to be like, okay, picture. Because I was waiting for a time to step in. He just kept talking to you. Drew, as we all know from a podcast, can be pretty long-winded. So I was nervous that was what was happening. But no, it was Kickball Dad.
If you look at the video, roll the tape. He's just chatting.
But what was he saying to you?
He's not. He thinks the Dolphins aren't going to be as bad as everyone else thinks.
This is crazy.
And he did say, he's like, we're not going to be good. Something along those lines. I don't want to misquote you, Kevin. KBD.
Yeah, he has a name.
But he's like, I think they're going to be as bad as we think they are. And I was like, you know what? I don't think so either. Hold on a sec. I've changed my tune, Kevin, after some research. But it doesn't matter.
Well, at least he put a bet on the playoffs.
So anyway, it was super cool. We chatted, shook my hand. We talked about Dolphins stories. He got to meet Gronk. He got to meet all these cool people. At one point, he's like talking this and like, take, kickball, da-da-da. And I look at him, I go, you're like always on, aren't you? And he's like, yeah.
Dude, if I was his kids, like, he's such a goofball.
Yeah.
It'd be so hard to be like, Dad, come on now.
But like, even if you look at the video, like it wasn't, you said you saw his daughter who's usually with him?
His daughter and son.
And the son. And when I like go Kickball Dad, I know I wasn't the first person to do it that day.
Correct.
And I wasn't going to be the last. But even then, the son like turns around and has like a happy, like, I can't believe this keeps happening to my dad. Like, it's everything about it is so genuine. It's not like, ugh.
Yeah.
The fame's getting to, pops. Like, no.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. Anything else?
That was the Dolphins fans were everywhere at this Fanatics Fest.
It was pretty cool.
I was pretty irritated. Because I found I think I could count on one hand how many Broncos jerseys we saw.
There were more Dolphins jerseys. Hands down.
Which, if you think about it, okay, fine. East Coast, yes.
Yeah.
From New York to Florida, that's all East Coast. But between Dolphins and Jets, you guys are enemies. You're in the same division.
I didn't see as much Jets stuff.
Well, the Jets fans don't exist.
That's a good point.
They don't like to show that they exist.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Saw some Giants stuff.
Do you need a burp? Are you holding it in?
It's already happened. I've gotten better.
I saw. You put it into your cheeks like a chipmunk, like being like, I can't do this again. At least you didn't drink bubble water today. You know what? Some things never change, y'all. And we're back for season 2.
That was crazy. And everywhere, and even incognito ones.
Yeah.
Like they were just like they'd see me and they'd be like, "Oh, what's up?" And I was like, "Yeah, what are you wearing?"
Yeah, fins up. It's a super fun thing. If you guys ever get the chance to go to New York and go to it, absolutely recommend it.
Yeah,
it's just a fun 3-day, 4-day event that you get to see some cool celebs. Like we saw like Justin Bieber, Tom Brady again. I saw him last year. Yeah, Drew hates Tom Brady.
Whatever.
But what's crazy is in the Fanatics games, the celebrities go through, and also fans go through and play each game. So at the NHL activation, they have to score X amount of pucks to get points. At the NBA activation, they have to hit so many free throws than a 3-pointer. And then, so you get the idea of Fanatics games. So you get all these points. Justin Bieber ended up winning the entire thing.
And we might have missed it, but like there's an itinerary that says who's going to be there and who's not going to be there.
Yeah.
It would appear that Bieber being a part of this was kind of a last minute surprise.
Incognito.
Yeah.
It's either they weren't trying to tell us or he just wanted to hop in, and he was going with Tom Brady, and we were stacked at the NFL activation when all this was happening, and you had to kick field goals.
Yeah.
That was the challenge. Justin Bieber hit the field goals, and especially the money ball, which was like 30 yards.
Yeah.
Tom Brady didn't.
Nope. And that's
unreal.
You know Brady is crawling in his skin.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure, and I don't want to speak for Tom Brady. I actually don't care, but
I'll speak for him.
You know that he's like this little tatted up pop star twerp, and like I would not be shocked if Brady then goes back and says, I'm going to spend months learning how to kick specifically to beat any other dumb pop star wannabe next year. You know what's eating him alive.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if next year he went early to the conference, said, I'm going to walk through every activation and practice before I do this.
That's such an oddly specific thing. I would be shocked if he does that next year. Anyways.
Drew, you want to get into your sweet little Dolphins? I have nothing else about Fanatics Fest. Do you want
let's
to say
get
anything?
going. No.
Oh my God. Just like we had our off seasons, both of our teams had their off seasons. So it's time that we catch you Sportsballers up.
And let me tell you, the Miami Dolphins put the off in off seasons. We turned everything off. So let's just do a little recap. Let's check what's going on.
Oh, that's funny.
Thanks. That came up off the spot. The more I talk about it, the less funny it gets.
Yeah.
Anyway,
going,
so just a little catch up. So Chris Greer was our old GM. We fired him in October of last year because the team he built was sucking. So what's our owner's name? Joe Ross. Nope.
Stephen Ross.
Stephen Ross. Thank you. Stephen, I'd make one good joke and I just short circuit.
You're derailed.
Stephen Ross says, get out of here. Then at the end of the season, Mike McDaniel, it's been fun. Cool jokes, fun sunglasses, cool watch. Out of here. Where does he go? Offensive coordinator for the Chargers. We'll talk about that later, but he's living life from Miami to Los Angeles. Like, that man finds where he belongs.
Oh, in the sun, yes.
So,
he's a sun baby.
Anyway, so who do we have now? Well, the Dolphins bring in John Eric Sullivan. Des hates the three-name.
It's too much.
So we call him Sully.
I call him Jess.
Okay.
Jes.
Well, he prefers Sully, so I'll call him Sully. From Green Bay, he is our new general manager, and he hires the old defensive coordinator from Green Bay, Jeff Hafley, nickname Half.
Okay, I'm gonna call him Jeff.
My name is Jeff. So Jeff Hafley comes over as our head coach. He brings, well, this was interesting, actually. We'll talk about the offense. Usually when you see new coaches come in, they revamp. They gut the coaching staff, and they start from scratch. He promoted the pass game coordinator from the McDaniel regime, Bobby Slowick, and promoted him to the offensive coordinator. So he kept part of the old offensive coaching staff, which you don't always see. That's interesting. But then he brought Sean Duggan, who was his linebackers coach at Green Bay, and that kind of rounds out the coaching staff. So
you're turning into the Green Bay Dolphins.
I mean, the Denver Saints.
The Denver Saints. I know. I feel you.
But that happens. That happens.
Not all the time.
But you have a coach, and then they know that they want to work with people they know.
Valid. Which we did have 10 head coach turnovers this season. So I'm curious how many other
tied for the most, I believe.
Yeah.
So all that happens. But Drew, what about the people that are going to be on the team? All the players. Couldn't tell you. They're all gone. All gone. Starting quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, gone. Playing for the Falcons now. Maybe. He's kind of hurt right now.
He's injured right now.
Yikes. Well, what about his top two receivers that he threw to? Tyreek Hill, knee exploded last year, so don't know about him. Side note about Tyreek Hill, he does YouTube, because of course he does, and he released a video a couple weeks ago about like his off-season, like, I'm trained to get back out there. This was a couple weeks ago, and he said he still has no strength in his knee. Why would you say that? Whether it's true or not, you're trying to get what? Don't say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a funny feeling I don't see this man on a team anytime soon.
Yeah. So anyway, but Drew, we had another great wide receiver, Jalen Waddle. We'll be able to throw to nope. We traded him to the Broncos. So, and this was also after we brought in Malik Willis. So Malik Willis is replacing Tua from the Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Dolphins.
So it's like, Malik, come over. Come on. Let's play. Play for the Dolphins. Waddle's awesome. You want to sign? You signed. Your name's in ink. Okay, we're going to trade Jalen Waddle. Never mind. So, as of now, his top receiver on the depth chart is listed as Tutu Atwell. Most recently played for the Rams.
Whoa.
I mean, the name's cool. I feel like that could be a cool thing, but he's not necessarily, there. The one thing that's still constant, Devon Achane. We are keeping Devon Achane.
Thank God.
There were some rumors there for a little bit. We signed him to an extension. As of now, Devon Achane's still going to be there, so we feel good about that. But on the defense, how we feel about Bradley Chubb. We both love Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, used to be a Broncos player.
Yeah, it used to be a Dolphins player because he plays for the Bills now. Minka Fitzpatrick, we traded this man twice. We drafted him, then we traded him to the Steelers, then we got him back, and then we traded him to the Jets. So I read somewhere, I don't know if this is true, but he's one of the only players to be traded by a team twice. So that's weird. He's playing for the Jets now. Darren Waller brought him in on a 1-year kind of prove-it deal to be a tight end. He's gone. But Greg Dulcich, former Bronco.
Greg!
Good hair on this guy.
Good hair.
Is looking like he might be tight end number 1. So, and then on the defensive side of the ball as well, the two starting cornerbacks, Rasul Douglas and Jack Jones Jr., gone and gone. So we got to hope that a little quack duck named Storm Duck stays healthy this year.
Amen, Storm Duck.
He didn't stay healthy last year. What I'm getting at here is I don't know who my team is. They're all gone.
Because what? Those are 7-8 starters?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's weird. It's not good. I was doing some research on my way over here, listening to some things. People really don't think the Dolphins are going to be good. Most people are saying worst team in the league type stuff. And that's
crazy, Drew. That's crazy. Why would they say that?
Because it might be true. And I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Come on now. I genuinely don't know what way I want to go with this. Do I want to stay fast with the idea of you know what? No, we're going to be good. I'm going to take the Kevin route, kickball dad route, and be like, you know what? No, we're not going to be as bad as people think they're going to be. Because that's what I've taken my entire life. Every year I'm always like, no, these people who get paid millions of dollars to talk about these stuff because they used to play or they know things, don't know what they're talking about. Usually they do, though, is the thing. And so I've gotten better at being a bit more realistic. But that's not fun. That's not fun.
No, it's not fun.
So this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to take it just week by week. And right now, I feel pretty optimistic about the Dolphins' first game against, I don't know, a little rinky-dink team called the Raiders that have not been good. So what?
You might have a chance.
I know. That's all that doesn't matter about the next game. We take. Coach says this all the time. It's 1 week at a time.
1 week at a time is what they say.
For the next couple weeks for preseason, all we're worrying about is the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's right.
That's all we were worrying about.
That's all we were.
We're checking out things. How does it look for preseason? For not the season. Don't hit the mic, Drew. For the Las Vegas Raiders. That's all I'm worried about. Because this could be a 1. And on top of everything else, that gets me not only 4 more for 36 buckaroonskis. So overall, that's pretty much all I want to talk about for the Dolphins, except for on a larger picture, Des wants to introduce a little game that we're going to play.
I want to introduce a game for Drew because as he just spoke about that, he doesn't know anyone on his team. There has been so much turnover, not only in the front office with the Miami Dolphins. There has been so much turnover with his actual team that each week leading up to the actual season, we're going to play a game where I'm going to pick 2 positions and I want him to name typically 2 to 3 players in that position. Typically there's 8 to 9 players, especially prior to roster cuts. So there's about 90 players on the team right now. That's to dwindle it down to 53. I just need you to name 3, right? So we're going to play this new game. Does Drew know the Dolphins?
And see, part of me is going to be like, well, now I know this game's going to happen. I can just research, right? But I'm not going to know the positions.
And don't research. That's not fun. No, that's not
This
fun.
is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do anything more than I typically would as a fan.
Yes. Instead of being like, I gotta memorize these 8 running backs. Like
I did in preparing for this episode, I was like, oh yeah, that guy plays for our team.
Yeah.
Okay, but like that's it.
Yeah.
Like if Des asked me to name
we'll see.
2 cornerbacks, I couldn't do it right now.
Great, because that's the first category we're doing. We're gonna do
right
one
now?
defense, one. And we're going to make it easy. Quarterback, okay?
Wait, we're doing it right now?
Yes, this is the game.
I know, but I thought we were introducing it this week and then we were doing it next week.
Why would we do that?
Oh, man, I'm just having, like, the high school anxiety right now. Pop quiz. All right.
You're fine. Okay, so we're going to start off nice and easy. Drew.
Yeah.
You have 4 quarterbacks.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No. But that makes sense. We drafted one, too.
I need you to name... I need you to name 2, but I would love for you to name 3.
Okay.
Okay?
Malik Willis, Quinn Ewers.
Great. Why he knows that? Malik Willis was huge splash. Quinn Ewers was who took over when Tua got benched.
Yes.
Final 3
and
games.
or hurt half the time last year.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have 2 quarterbacks that are remaining.
You're looking at them right now?
Yep.
Are they both... One of them I know we drafted.
Okay.
Can you give me a hint? Is the other one... has he played in the league before?
I don't.
You don't recognize the name?
No, I don't. I didn't do that much research.
No, that's okay. It's
I
okay.
literally
It's okay.
I have their names.
You know what? For sake of not me just sitting here and humming and hawing for an hour, I can't name the other 2 quarterbacks on my team.
So the one that you drafted was Mark Gronowski.
Mark Gronowski. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
And then you have Cam Miller.
Okay.
He was signed from the Raiders in January of this year.
Pretty cool.
Okay. I'd say you pass that one.
Thank you.
This is where it's going to get hard. As you just said, naming cornerbacks. We named quarterbacks. Now we need cornerbacks, okay? You have 8 cornerbacks on your roster.
Uh-huh.
I would love for you to try to name 3. 2 will do.
Storm Duck. Is he a safety?
I don't even see him on my thing.
Uh-oh. Is he on like an injured situation already?
Huh. He is. Okay, Storm Duck. Man, AI can only do so much. So who knows if this is real? I asked AI to pull.
Cam Miller's not a real person.
I know. No, I just Googled. What the hell? Yeah, but he's not listed on even the Dolphins website. When I look at their depth chart, cornerback, Storm Duck isn't even listed. But I researched Storm Duck just right now, and it says he's still playing for the Dolphins.
I wonder what's going on there.
So we'll figure that out later.
Okay.
Not right now.
No,
so
I know.
2 more. 2 more cornerbacks.
Oh man. Oh boy.
I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds.
Yeah. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of my team.
Uh-huh.
The point is like, what? Where'd all my players go? Not like I just can see myself getting roasted right now. Of like, that guy's not a fan.
And to be fair, there's 9 cornerbacks because I didn't have Storm Duck listed here. So, and neither is it on the depth chart. Okay,
Well,
here's the other 8 cornerbacks. Stop me if you have heard of any of these names. AJ Green, Julius Brents, Marco Wilson, Alex Austin, Ethan Bonner.
Yeah, I know Bonner, white boy.
Yay!
White boy cornerback, Bonner.
White boy cornerback. Miles Battle, Chris Johnson.
Cool name. Chris Johnson, that was a draft. We drafted him.
Nice.
Right?
I don't know.
I think
Jason
so.
Marshall Jr. Okay.
I recognize 2 of those names.
You're not passing this week. You did not pass. Fuck. I know. It's all right.
What does that mean? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Let's not introduce
We'll see. We'll see.
More things.
I don't know. Maybe next week. Okay. Maybe next week. But anything else?
I'm sweating. Like, I got nervous about that.
God, there's just so much anxiety in that body of yours.
Well, I also think it's funny. It's like, yes, tongue in cheek is that we're like the 2 like idiots that don't know football. But like, we're doing an NFL podcast, and the first episode is like, look how much I don't know about my team. Come on aboard.
Hey, listen, that's the whole reason Dummies started, is because there was so much turnover with the Broncos after the Super Bowl. I had no idea who was on the team.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it is.
Speaking of the Broncos.
Shall we?
We shall.
Guys, what an offseason for the Denver Broncos.
More like on season.
So everything we just spoke about for the Miami Dolphins, take that, imagine it, and just think of what is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. And that is the Denver Broncos, right? Even just turnover. The amount of turnover the Dolphins have had with players leaving, new players coming on. The Broncos barely had any turnover. It was famously known that the Broncos weren't doing anything in free agency. Mm-hmm. We didn't do jack little. In fact, we let go of one of our top players, Jonathan Franklin Myers. He was gone, and we're like, okay, well, who are we gonna bring in? And it was no one. PJ Locke left, things like that. So we lost about 3 to 4 players, and all of a sudden the splash happens. And what is that splash? It's a penguin splash right into the Arctic of the Denver Broncos blizzard, because we got Jalen Waddle. Other than that, we have re-signed everyone that were like, are we going to re-sign? Are we going to re-sign Alex Singleton? We did. Are we going to re-sign J.K. Dobbins? We did. Even with all of his injuries, and Alex Singleton, even with him getting older, Justin Stranad, we re-signed, which thank God we did, because Justin Stranad is probably going to see a lot of action this season, dependent on what shakes out with Jonathon Cooper.
So what's going on there, Dezel?
Yeah, so what's going on with Jonathon Cooper? And I get so uncomfortable talking about this, because for so long, the Denver Broncos, what I also love about being a Broncos fan is our organization, as far as who runs it, and also our players. We don't have a freaking Jerry Jones being like, I need the spotlight on me, and it's just a dysfunctional front office. No, I think our front office is wildly respected, especially with the Wallen Penner Group coming in. Our players are also wildly respected. It's sort of a bit in the NFL that the Chiefs, which players are going to get arrested in the offseason. It's just somehow there are tons of Chiefs players that always are getting arrested.
And the Dolphins have had that reputation as well. And Kansas City, I can't speak for, but some of it is Miami is a party city.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And then maybe in the opposite end, Kansas City, what is there to do?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, unfortunately, news was released with Jonathon Cooper. June 4th, he was arrested alongside his girlfriend following a domestic dispute at his apartment, facing misdemeanor domestic violence charges. Then, after medical examination, Cooper's charges increased to second-degree assault by strangulation and third-degree assault. Basically, Jonathon Cooper is facing domestic violence charges. I even saying that, I get a little bit uncomfy and goosebumps, because it's what a lot of people talk about is can you separate the artist and the art? You think about that a lot with I mean, the Michael Jackson movie just came out, and that conversation was brought up a lot around even just the movie, but who Michael Jackson was as an artist. And it's same with the NFL. Unfortunately, this stuff, this isn't the first time it's ever happened in the history of the NFL. And a lot of times it's okay, are they out? Yeah. It's really hard to speak on this. And I don't know what to say about it, other than we're going to have to wait and see, essentially, because what makes it worse is June 4th, they both got arrested, then it was just him. About a week later, he violated basically not a restraining order, but a protective order by trying to visit her apartment again. And it's dude, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Jonathon Cooper? Last year, he had one of his biggest breakout years. Why? You're at the top. Why must you do this? No. But to sum it up, and I'll let you go, Drew, basically, his trial, his arraignment hearing, is scheduled for August 31st. From everything I've heard from Sean Payton and the Broncos organization, it sounds like with how long these things take in court, there's a high chance there will be no consequences until possibly next year, or for next season, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, so to kind of jump off that, on top of that, the Broncos and the NFL haven't released any, not legal punishment, but like league and team punishments, because you can't, innocent until proven guilty, you can't release punishments on an active investigation, basically. I did see that there's a chance. I mean, you always hear like what the biggest is, but his charges are a class 4 felony, which carries a potential sentence of 2 to 6 years in prison, plus mandatory parole and domestic violence evaluation treatment if convicted. Now, granted, those are always the top ends, and then there's plea deals and all kinds of stuff. But what I was just going to say is, as a Dolphins fan, when he was good, I struggled this a lot with Tyreek Hill. Coming out of college and his first couple years with the Chiefs, there were domestic violence allegations, and there was stuff 2 off seasons ago with him, with the cops being called with regards to domestic disturbances with his girlfriend. There was a video of him like holding his baby like over their high-rise apartment. He got in trouble for punching a charter boat captain. Like, this guy just does a lot of stuff that are, and I'm oversimplifying, like dumb, silly things, right? And yet, with the exception of last year when he got hurt, he was one of the most explosive wide receivers in the league, made my team better. And I would be lying if I said that I forgot about that stuff, or I tried to have a short memory about that stuff. I mean, the only time that I truly knew it would affect my fandom for my team is when, and I've brought this up on the podcast before, when there were rumors of the Dolphins aggressively pursuing Deshaun Watson. And I think what made that so different was the number of accusers, the number of consistent stories, and what appeared to be a cut and dry, this guy is a bad egg, right? And to then, as a team, sometimes you sign somebody like Jonathon Cooper, and then something happens when he's on your team. But to know these things about a player so actively and then still say, doesn't matter, we're going to go after him. I was really fighting with my fandom when that was a possibility of our team doing that. Yeah. So it's tough. It's hard. It's something that's not going to go away. This is going to keep happening, I hate to say.
Yeah. So, and we didn't bring, we haven't brought anyone else in. It's basically Jonah Ellis is going to be stepping up for him. That's what I meant. Jonah Ellis is going to be coming in for him alongside Nick Bonito. I think we're going to see a lot of, not Justin Strong. We're going to see him a lot, which is also because Jonah Ellis was having a great year this past year. So TBD, we're going to see how this plays out. I think it's important that Broncos country knows, because also if something happens, then it's like, wait, what the hell happened? But that is something that unfortunately happened in this off season. Another couple things, we had the draft. We sort of spoke about it in Sportzball's end of season. A couple of players that have been like in the spotlight since then. Honestly, actually, the one player is running back Jonah Coleman. He's been everywhere as far as like the Broncos go.
It's almost like something happened during the offseason that like kind of like gave him a reason to fight for the team, you know?
Dez from Sportzball threw a football to him. Not just one, multiple. Actually, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we actually got to go to the NFLPA rookie premiere through Fanatics as well. And I got to meet Jonah Coleman, and they had us like throw balls to the players. And
he was sweet and nice and
so
awesome.
Nice, so
immediately
kind.
Like saw Dez, and Dez was all fitted up in this cool Adidas shirt, and he was like, "Yo, I like your Adidas shirt." And Dez was in her, and I might be speaking for you, but was like, "Oh, I'll hook you up." Like he can't.
No, I said I'll give you my shirt. Wait, no, I won't. But it's so funny because it wasn't even like the idea of meeting him. Like, oh fuck. I was so anxious about having to throw this football.
You were really worried about that.
Yes, because they said, okay, you can either throw to the football player or you can catch from them. And basically they were like, you want to throw. You don't want to catch a ball from a professional football player. I was like, I don't want to do either. I thought I was just coming here for fun. And now you want me throwing with Jonah Coleman. So it was pretty cool. But he was so kind. Not tall. No. I'm 5'2". He was a couple inches taller than me, which is bonkers. If now when I watch him, like, and he's making a splash at training camp, basically, like, the main players as far as running back go, it's J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey, who was a draft pick last year, and actually Jonah Coleman. Those are like top 3 for running backs. When you think about like Jonah Coleman making moves out there on the field, and then you think, oh, he's a couple inches taller than Dez could be running through there. I'm really simplifying it. Yeah, but you triple my size and triple the training. Like, he's a small guy, but my God, he's a bowling ball.
Yeah, I mean, he is stout and fast.
Yes,
and,
so fast.
And athletic as hell. So it was super, super cool. The other funny little side story on that is we were getting content. I was having my phone out all the time to try and get content. And Dez, we were getting a story, like a part of this film thing, where it would be funny that Dez was like waving bye to Jonah Coleman.
Because he's like my best friend now. Gotta wave bye to my best friend, Jonah Coleman.
We're at this big, it was at USC's like training facility. So it's this big turf field. And there was that little Fanatics activation for us. But then like this is a lot of publicity for them. So they're like taking other photos for like trading cards and like their league photos. And they're like all these tents. So he's at a tent that's like 60 yards away.
Yeah, pretty far.
Pretty far away. And Dez is waving at Jonah Coleman, who's far away, talking to someone else, doing something else. And he sees Dez waving at her, doesn't know it's a bit on our end, and goes, hey, again, crazy girl from an hour ago. Hi. But also you can tell, like, I zoom in, he was like kind.
He was kind about it, but he like waved back, and I was like, I'm going to run into traffic.
Yeah.
This is the end. I'm running into traffic.
So
I cannot.
Hopefully this season, like every season, we get closer and closer to like the Broncos and get more opportunities with the Broncos. And at one point this season, we're going to get on the field or something cool is going to happen. I'm going to manifest it. And, Dez has some friends on the team, whatever. Jonah Coleman's going to see her and be like wave nice and whisper to like someone and be like, you have to get me away from this girl. I don't know how she got here, but you have to get her away from me.
She's following me. I don't know why she's here. So that's as far as draft picks. So Jonah Coleman, keep an eye on him. Another big story that we sort of spoke. I actually don't know if we spoke about this. Sean Payton has officially given up play calling to our new offensive coordinator, Davis Webb. Now, we lost Joe Lombardi in the offseason, our offensive coordinator. I don't want to say lost. He was fired because He was awful because Davis Webb he got promoted from quarterbacks coach to now offensive coordinator. Why did that happen? Because actually Davis Webb was getting interviews around the league to be the new head coach of other teams, which, as we said, there have been 10 new head coaches since Black Monday?
Black Friday. You're right, Black Monday.
Yes, that's right. Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving. Yes.
And my birthday this year.
And your birthday this year. So either way, that's why Sean Payton was like, we got to keep you. We also have to keep Davis Webb because him and Bo have a very great connection. You can tell that Bo respects Davis. Not that Bo doesn't respect Sean Payton, but like, for instance, during the season, when Bo would be getting irritated at Sean Payton on the sidelines, you would sometimes see Davis Webb come in and also be irritated at Sean Payton, being like, hey, dude, you can't do this. Like, ganging up on Sean Payton. But I think what Sean Payton saw is like, why this would do a disservice to my quarterback if he has a better connection with this guy that also has the experience. Because Davis Webb called a few plays in the preseason last year and did great. Might as well let him call the plays for this upcoming season.
And something that Des pointed out that I'm pointing out now. Sorry, I'm short-circuited. Davis Webb is not far from playing in this NFL. Sean Payton's been around for a while, but like he kind of sometimes we see it has an old NFL mentality. Sometimes he doesn't move with like the new, he's still doing screenplays and some stuff that drives Dez and a lot of other people insane.
Screen pass, I can't.
But Davis played for the Giants as recently as 2022 as a QB. He's a lot closer to age with Bo Nix. And so there's like, there's not this like old man, like, what are you doing? Like, I think they vibe a lot more. And so one of the biggest things as well is that Davis Webb is calling plays. This is the first time in Sean Payton's career that he won't be doing that. So I think for someone who I can't speak confidently that I know this, but Sean Payton feels like he's kind of got a little bit of an ego.
No, he does. You can speak confidently on that.
And doesn't like to say I was wrong a lot. But for him to do this, I think is a big deal, like a big look in the mirror.
You're giving him a lot of credit because I do see a huge possibility that Sean Payton is going to come into the season and override Davis Webb's plays.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
I agree, but there's a world where I absolutely see that.
Because then you have something where like you have such a good thing on paper and you're just going to let egos ruin it.
Yeah, the male ego.
I know nothing about that. And I'm being genuine.
Are you?
I need to know more about that. I need to have a bit more confidence at times in my life.
Oh, I'm thinking of you being like a good sport. Like I'm thinking of you at softball.
Am I a bad sport?
You have your flashes, but then you regroup before you have to come and say hello.
Yes, and but to be fair, it's not a bad sport. It's because I played bad. I'm mad at myself. I'm not mad at other people.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got hit in the shin last night, and it still hurts a lot.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So anyway, Davis Webb is coming in. We're going to see if Sean Payton lets him do this. One of the biggest stories of the offseason is Bo Nix, famously did not play in the AFC Championship because he broke his ankle.
In like the last play of the previous.
No one knew.
Yeah.
No one knew. He walked off that field after beating the Bills. No one knew. And then an hour later, we found out. So, good news, Broncos country. Seems like he's cleared and fully healthy, and he is participating in the drills at training camp. He was not participating in off-season practice. He was there, though, but he's moving. He's grooving. He says his ankle is better than it was before surgery, which is very nice. He said, they say it's back healthy as good as new, and I hadn't really been like that in a couple of years. So my concern is I may move around a little bit better.
You jokester, you?
You jokester.
What a silly thing to say.
Nix also thought all the concern over his ankle was overblown. It's a broken bone, for crying out loud. Yeah, but it's a high concern because literally you're the face of our organization.
I don't know if I heard this voice from you.
Not overblown. Also, like, people were saying that it's like it wasn't a matter of time. It was a matter of when this was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's not just a broken bone. A broken bone is like, oh, drat. I tripped and I broke my bone. No, this was a matter of time. If not now, it's eventually when. Like, it wasn't overblown. It was overblown, Bo. It was overblown.
So don't say that again, Bo.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah.
Wow, one episode in and Dez is the squeaker.
Yes.
I thought I'd be the squeaker.
Yeah, so all that being said, that's about the gist of the Broncos offseason. We will be going to training camp this weekend. So next time we're in these seats, we'll be recapping the Broncos training camp at their brand new facility. Now, a lot of people are talking about that.
We'll go more into like exactly all the new updates and stuff because we'll be seeing them front row and center. But just know, it's good to have Walmart money.
Yeah. So, I was going to go over the updates right now.
Oh, no, I think we should go over... So what we'll do is we'll go over the updates now.
Drew keeps jumping on me. All right, the training facility. Why this is such a big story is that prior to this... You know what? Why this is a big story for the fans. Why this is a big story for the fans, okay? It's 205,000 square foot, 3-story main headquarters, okay? Before, the training facility was like 100,000. So they doubled it in size, if not tripled it. The biggest thing when you go to training camp, you're on this hill. You're on this hill and you see two fields out in front of you. And the sun is beating down on you in the dead of Colorado summer. It's August. It's the worst. There's no escape unless you're famous or a spouse or partner of one of the players. You get tents. You get to watch them in the tent, the shaded area. Not us fans. Well, the Ball and Penner group came in and said, that's enough. They've suffered long enough.
We can't treat our fans like this.
No. They deserve shade.
Yay.
And shade we got.
Yay.
So now the Broncos fans get to watch on bleachers, not on a grassy hill, on bleachers in shade.
Yay.
That's big. It's big. They thought of everything. They got everything in this training facility. The players have all said that it's easier to walk around to all the spots they need to go. Everything is close together, from their underground parking, where before it was outdoor parking. So they go back to their cars after 2.5 hours of practice. And I'm like being like, that's like champagne problems, like walking out, oh, my car is hot. But like when you want your athletes to win you a Super Bowl, if I'm the owner, what can I do to make their lives as cushy as possible? So from start to finish, they're training the best, they're working out the best, they don't have to worry about these things.
And not to mention, last year when we went, their parking lot was outside in one of the directions where they would kick field goals. So they said, well, we can't ruin our star players' cars. Let's kick them at the fans.
Yep.
They said, you don't move or jump or get out of the way. Also, you can't keep the football, so just sit there and hope it doesn't knock you in the schnoz.
That was the most crazy thing. I was like,
I'm hoping that now that there's underground parking, they're not going to
worry about that.
Us.
Yeah. So all that being said, that's why it's a big news story. But hopefully, with all this money being invested into the players' training, I hope that we'll see that on field. You know what I mean? So
I do.
Yes, that's all I have for the Broncos.
That was a lot.
Yes.
You covered a lot of good things.
There was a lot that happened.
I know.
In 3 months.
Well, and that's just for 2 teams. We got to talk about the whole gosh darn league now.
Yes, we do.
Sorry. It's time for the league catch-up. When have we ever done that?
First time. Let's do it. Back at it.
Back at it again. So we're going to go over the entire league. Not all this episode. We got some weeks before the football season kicks off. So we're going to do a little rapid fire catch up on the rest of the teams throughout the league. So for this one, we're going to cover the teams that are our little neighbors. What is it? I don't know. The teams that oh boy.
We're going to do the divisions that our teams are in, the AFC East and the AFC West. Is that good, Drew?
That's perfect.
Great. Amazing. Okay, take it away, AFC East,
Did
Drew.
you want me to go again after that?
I'm going to kill myself.
Good. So, AFC East, start with the Buffalo Bills. Biggest news story there, one of the 10 new coaches, Joe Brady. After 17 years with the Bills, Sean McDermott, you're fired. What have you done for us? Oh, I don't know. Just 8 total playoff berths. 7 of those were in a row. 5 AFC East titles. And his first rookie year as head coach, he ended the Bills' 17-year playoff drought. But he never got him to the promised land. Never got him to the Super Bowl. Never even got him to a Super Bowl, let alone won one. So after a while, it was too much close but no cigar. And they said, Sean McDermott, you're out. Joe Brady, new head coach. So we'll see what that looks like.
So he was their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So got promoted there.
100%. Also, obviously, Josh Allen, star quarterback, doing his thing. Him and, what's his wife's name?
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld have a baby coming, which is super cute and fun.
The baby has come.
The baby's here, so now he's a dad, which is super cool. Anyway, but one of the other things, he's like, hey, I got a baby. I also need some help to throw the ball. Everyone knows James Cook, his running back, he had a breakout year, was absolutely phenomenal, but didn't really have a lot of receivers. Their wide receiver one, or by numbers, was Khalil Shakir. Only had 719 yards, 72 receptions, and 4 touchdowns. So, like, good, but not like wide receiver one numbers. So they went and got DJ Moore from Chicago. And so, yeah, the other big thing is they're going to be looking a lot different in more ways than one. After 53 seasons at their old Highmark Stadium, their brand new stadium is open, up, and running. It's state of the art. It's an outdoor stadium, which is a big thing because Buffalo, and it gets cold sometimes. But they said it's outdoors, so you still get the snow.
Gotta play in the weather.
You gotta play in the weather. But they designed it in a way, they had all the smartest people in the world design it, where there's supposed to be no wind. Do you know about this?
I think I heard of this.
So it's outdoor, but it's the bowls and angles and things. No wind's supposed to be happening.
Wow, so you can still get the snow without the blizzard
Exactly,
aspect.
And kicks won't be going all over the place.
God, the
On
future.
Top of that, they have brand new jerseys. This year they unveiled their alternate, that's not how you say that word, alternate Nickel City uniforms.
Which this got a lot of pushback as far as like Bills fandom goes. It's the Nickel City uniforms, their alternate jersey. It's a gray. It's like a dark gray.
Yeah. Well, like a nickel color.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't know. It was the same way I felt about the rivalry jerseys the Dolphins had. Like, they're not our colors. They're not Dolphins colors at all. But for 1 or 2 games a season, it's fun to like look at your team and have them look a little bit different. I think the helmets are cool. I think they look cool. I don't think they look like Bills jerseys, but they look cool. Same way I felt about the Dolphins jerseys. They don't look like Dolphins jerseys, but they look cool.
I also do think like the Bills, they have one of the best uniforms in the NFL, just period, top 5.
Red and blue is hard to beat.
But I think they're better than the Patriots, better than the Texans.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like red and blue right now.
Sure.
I think the Bills, it's just a solid color combo.
Yeah.
The shade of blue, the shade of yellow or red. It's sort of like, how can you really mess up what's so good? Like, for instance, if the Broncos always had the throwback jerseys and then they're like, we're going to do alternate jerseys, it's like, no, we're not going to mess with something that's just like perfect.
Sure.
That's what I think that's why I think this got so much pushback.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's about it for the Bills. All right, rapid fire. New England Patriots. Big thing, Drake May entering his 3rd year. He did us a solid, got us all the way to the GD Super Bowl. What are we going to do to give him some love? Well, Stephon Diggs, their most veteran wide receiver, they released him at the end of the year, so they need to get Drake May some help. So what did they do? They just They executed a blockbuster trade to get the disgruntled wide receiver 1 out of Philadelphia, A.J. Brown, after being all the drama and happiness bunnies in Philadelphia.
Oh my God, yeah, remember that inflatable bunny?
That was weird.
In the locker
room.
So
anyway, they went and got AJ Brown and to get him an elite wide receiver 1, but they also got Romeo Doubs, former Packer in free agency. They got some new receivers. But what was a little weird is AJ Brown immediately got traded and was like, "This is what I've always wanted. I've been a Patriots fan my entire life." And post a picture of him as a kid wearing a Patriots jersey, except, oh wait, no, that's AI.
That's wild. How did we find out it was an AI?
Because this would have been in like the late 90s, and the Patriots jersey he's wearing is a Nike jersey, except Nike didn't make official NFL jerseys until like 8 years ago.
Who the hell?
People are smart, man.
That. God, not us.
Not us. I'd be like, well, that's what a cool story.
Wow. Aw, always meant to be.
So that was weird. Like, just be like, I'm so stoked. And then don't lie.
And then don't post a baby photo of you.
Just be like normal excitement.
That's where, the more I hear and the more I learn about this guy, the more I'm like, you know what? You were the cancer in the Eagles. Like, there was something weird, because it even started from him talking about how they had a players meeting, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and who was the third?
Saquon Barkley? Was
it
Saquon?
I think.
Or?
No, it was the third receiver over there. Oh, shoot, I'm forgetting. But they had a meeting, and A.J. Brown was asked about it later. And both...
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Hurts and, let's say, Saquon Barkley were both like, yeah, we had the meeting. Devontae Adams, thank you. Both had the meeting. And then A.J. Brown was like, no, we didn't have a meeting. What are you talking about? And it's like, multiple people are confirming that. It was a close meeting. Like, what are you doing?
But if you're trying to, like, we'll keep it in the team, like, you can be like, yeah, we had a meeting, and what was discussed was between the 3 of us.
Right.
Don't lie about... He's just got a weird lying for no reason.
It's weird.
So,
it's weird.
As a Dolphins fan, be super happy if that cancer spreads to the Patriots and they crash and burn.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of crashing or burning, like, we'll see about what happens with Mike Vrabel and all of that.
Yeah, so for those of the for those of you that don't remember, there was it was like right around when we were ending our season last year.
It was crazy.
Some stuff came out that basically Mike Vrabel and at the time one of the top NFL reporters, Diana Rossini, had a bit of a tryst. And
it's not a bit of a tryst. You're being kind about this, Drew. They had been having an affair for over 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years. They were pictured together 8 years ago, being snuggled up at a bar.
They both have significant others.
Yes, and this was 8 years ago when she was engaged.
Yeah.
Not even married yet.
And like a year after it started, she's suspicious. And people are reading a little too into this, named her firstborn or one of her sons' name is Michael.
That's brutal. So, even if it's not from that, it's just not a good look.
So that all happened, and kind of where we're at now is there was no disciplinary action as far as Mike Vrabel is concerned from the NFL or from the Patriots. He has said that he had very uncomfortable but necessary conversations with his team, with his family, and that he doesn't really want it to be a distraction moving forward. Too late. Already a distraction. We'll see how that goes.
It's all I'm going to think about when I see him. I can't help it.
He addressed the team and like the reporters at the voluntary workouts, like the off-season workouts back in the spring. Haven't heard him or anyone talk about it since. So I think he and the Patriots are happy with just not talking about it ever again. So we'll see if that actually happens.
Well, good luck, Patriots, because it's all I'm going to talk about. Yeah. Especially when it has to do with Mike Vrabel.
Yep, we're going to keep, Yep.
Just keep bringing it up because maybe he'll get distracted.
Ooh.
So that when the Broncos play them again in week 16.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's you.
Well, so it's... the Patriots are your enemy, too.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy.
The enemy of my enemy.
It doesn't matter. I messed that up.
Who's our enemy?
Right.
It's Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last little thing on that. Diana Rossini officially resigned from her post at The Athletic in a public letter and has not been really seen or heard of since. She has not done any interviews. She has not made any public appearances. So
just like how it always works.
Yeah.
Just like Sandoval.
Yeah.
Tom Sandoval went on to do 8 new television shows. Raquel, now Rochelle, has dwindled into the darkness. Like, her career is nothing. Nothing, I tell you. Anyways, that's not the point.
So, the point is, we both hate the Patriots, and hopefully nothing goes on there. My last team in the AFC East, another team that I hate, but they're so... who cares about them? The old gangrene New York Jets.
Yikes.
So, of all the coaches that got fired, Aaron Glenn was not one of them.
It was his first year last year. And from the Lions, and the Lions had a crazy season 2 years ago.
100%. So, it's the second year. They're saying, we're going to see what you can do. So, one of the things he is doing, talking about play calling, he's going to be taking over defensive play calling responsibilities, which he did not do. And he has a new DC, his old buddy Brian Duker from the Lions.
Which, when someone takes over, for instance, with Aaron Glenn taking over play calling from the defensive coordinator, what does the defensive coordinator do? He's
still, going to be creating a game plan. He's still going to be changing personnel. He's still going to be actively coaching players on the sidelines. But it's basically the defensive, the coach is still going to be all right, I want this play. Now it's your job to make sure that play gets executed the right way. The right personnel, the right things. What are you seeing? And they'll be doing it together. Maybe Aaron Glenn's call this play, and Brian's well, no, I saw this. What about this play? Okay, I agree with you. I'm still going to be the last person that calls the play. So, and 18 other things that I have no idea. But I think that's about it.
That's neat.
I don't know anyone on my team, so who knows if that was right. And then Frank Reich is the offensive coordinator. He's been a head coach, won a Super Bowl with the Eagles in 2017 as the offensive coordinator. So what I saw overall is the Aaron Glenn took the approach. Something about his coaching staff has some of the largest accumulated playing years in the NFL. He has a lot of former players as his coaching staff. So that's something he really wants to go with this year. Former players, former experience, and they're older. As opposed to going younger, he wants more experienced people. So
as far as the staff?
Yes.
Well, as far as a player too, because they got Geno Smith.
35 years old and familiar face because the Jets drafted Geno Smith all the way back in 2013. So he's coming all the way back to that. Man, Geno Smith, what a oh boy, that boy.
I mean, he had 1 year. So he was with the Seahawks after Russell Wilson left. Had a really great couple of seasons.
One comeback player of the year.
Yes. Then didn't. Then went to the Raiders last year. That was a complete dumpster fire.
And one of my favorite comparisons to look at is he played for the Seahawks. He left the Seahawks and went to the Raiders. The team he left, once he left, won the Super Bowl, and the team he went to got the first pick in the draft. So that will never not be funny to me.
But also the fact that Geno Smith, after having the year he did with the Raiders, is now back at the Jets, where he started in 2013. So 13 years later, he's back at it.
And when he was with the Jets back then, he was drafted and did get the starting job, but immediately had some issues, was benched several times, wasn't the starter for a lot of it, was a backup, and also dealt with a torn ACL in 2016. So it wasn't like it was all roses and sunshine when he was there.
See, if I was a Jets fan, I'd say, you know what? That's it.
Yeah.
No more football for me.
I mean,
I'd hang it up.
I want to
hang it up.
Yeah. There's a competition as to who suffers more. I think the Dolphins and Jets for different reasons, but the Jets
suffer more. Yes. You think you suffer more than the Jets?
It's a different kind of suffering. I think overall, on paper, the Jets suffer more. However, just hold on a second. The biggest thing that I will do, one of the only things we do as fans when we watch, we want to see exciting things. And one of the most exciting things you can see is a team win playoff games and go and make a run. We haven't done it.
Cool.
Less than any other team.
The Jets carry the longest active playoff drought in the NFL currently.
Current playoff appearance drought.
Yeah?
I don't know, man.
In 2010.
I think overall...
And they lost. Well, they lost in the AFC Championship, but still they had to win to get there. But
100%. You make good points. Either way, it's not great. So I think the Jets have a good thing. Although people are saying we're going to be worse. So we'll see. I both actively think the Dolphins are going to be amazing, and I'm over here like, well, we suck more than the Jets, which is
I know. You can't have it both. You can't have it both ways, Drew.
You cannot. The last little thing the Jets did, excuse me, is...
At least you're hearing it now.
Oh, yeah,
at least before I had to be like, can we not burp into the mic? At least you're hearing when you do it.
The last thing the Jets are doing, and just a big thing that we forgot about, they had 0 interceptions last year.
The only
team ever to do that, not last year. NFL record, the only team to ever make it through an entire season without an interception.
Oh,
so
boy.
They tried to get some stuff, as we mentioned earlier, picked up Minkah Fitzpatrick, all-pro safety from the Dolphins, and they signed Breece Hall, one of their better defensive players, to a 3-year contract extension, so hopefully that will help. That overall addresses the AFC East. Des,
amazing.
you want to knock over the AFC West?
AFC West. All right. So we start with the team that is gonna win less than 10 games because I bet on it. The Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, he is coming off a brutal ACL tear in week 15 last year. He went out, and then the downfall of the Chiefs, it just kept spiraling down. It was spiraling with him in.
It wasn't looking good, and then it got a lot worse.
And then it got a lot worse,
Yeah.
Okay? So the typical recovery window for ACL is 6 to 9 months. So basically, he tore his ACL nearly 8 months ago. He appears to have a good recovery. He's in training camp. Mm-hmm. So people are like, is he going to play week 1 against the Denver Broncos?
Monday Night Football.
Oh, no. Is he going to be ready? That's what people are saying. Oh, no. Is Mahomes going to be ready? We don't know. No. We don't know. He is out there in training camp. And let me just tell you, the things I'm seeing from training camp, it's pretty good. Because he threw the football and it hit the center's head.
I was going to say, I've been seeing different things than you, but you're being sarcastic.
It hit the center's head. He was trying to... And in fact, if he actually threw the ball and it didn't hit him in the back of the head, if he actually was going towards the wide receiver he was aiming for, it would have gotten intercepted. He was not. There's no way he was going to be able to catch it. It is so nice to see. And listen, you can't harp all on this one play. I'm having fun.
I would love to.
We're having fun over here.
The enemy is my Patriots.
And we're all enemies. So because of that, they had to get another quarterback. They said Mahomes is washed. He's throwing balls at the back of football players' heads.
There were rumors that Tua was going to go to the Chiefs for a second to be the backup, which I thought that. I remember it, and it happened, and
That's
it was crazy.
They did acquire Justin Fields, quarterback Justin Fields from Steelers?
Jets.
Oh my God, that's
Wait,
right? I don't know. Look it up while I talk.
Oh, boy.
So they traded a 6th-round pick. Yeah, it is to the Jets to bring in Justin Fields as Patrick Mahomes' backup. So Justin Fields went from the Jets to a backup, which, I mean, even as a backup, Justin Fields is going to see more action than he did at the Jets while being an actual starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's going to see what winning is like, but only under 10 games. So that's Patrick Mahomes. We're going to see if he starts Monday night. So Travis Kelce, he got married this offseason.
Congratulations, Travis
You know what's
Kelce.
also crazy is we were in New York 2 weeks after the wedding, and our hotel was like right across Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, and we saw the sign where they had the sign of the wedding.
What?
Like we saw the big marquee and where they said on Madison Square Garden, congratulations.
Oh, you clocked
saw
that. I
sign.
didn't. Anyways, Travis Kelce, everyone was talking about last year. Is this going to be his final year? We need to get him a ring. No, Travis Kelce has announced it is officially his last year. So good.
I saw that he's coming back, but he hasn't announced this is his last year.
Oh.
I looked, and it says that he definitely is playing, and he has not made any statement that this will be his last year.
All right, Travis Kelce. Okay.
36
Whatever
years old.
You say.
He's getting up there.
Whatever you say.
As a very physical position as a tight end. So there's not a lot of 36-year-old tight ends. There's not a lot of 36-year-old players.
No, there's also not a lot of 36-year-olds. They typically die after 35,
That's
right?
I mean, I don't have.
You don't have long at all. No, you're coming up on this.
So we got to get Sportzball.
Yeah,
going.
we got to get there. So then Travis Kelce is coming back. Eric Bieniemy, he is coming back as the offensive coordinator after leaving the team back in 2022. He had been with the team for 10 seasons, 5 as a running backs coach and 5 as the OC. Actually, Eric Bieniemy, the Broncos were looking at hiring him as a head coach during our whole search prior to hiring Sean Payton. What is sort of crazy about Eric Bieniemy coming back, as training camp began, last week, that his wife was shot and went to the emergency room, so he didn't report for training camp that day. Come to find out that his son shot his wife.
Who's his mom?
Yeah, sorry, thank you. Well, not all the time.
Not all the time.
But basically, so I guess it shot his mom in the shoulder and arm. Not much else is available. It's exactly what all went down, but thank God she's okay.
Yeah, she's in stable condition, came out of surgery. It appears that at least that side's good. And like I said, I tried to read all these articles. I don't know if they don't know or they're not talking about it, but why this happened is unclear.
Correct. Yeah, correct. We don't know not much else is available.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I heard you. I listened to that time. I was just reiterating for dramatic effect, I think. We don't know.
Cool.
We can't figure it
This is
out.
rapid fire. New stadium. So new stadium. The Chiefs possibly might be moving, or they are officially moving.
It appears they are officially
moving. They are
moving.
officially moving. So, in case you didn't know, I have some family in Kansas City. Crazy, right? In Kansas City, Missouri.
What? Kansas City isn't in Kansas?
Yeah, I know. But there is a Kansas City, Kansas as well.
What?
I know.
I'm so confused.
Me too, for the longest time. Their current stadium is actually still right now in Kansas City, Missouri. Basically, Missouri rejected a tax measure to fund $800 million renovation of Arrowhead Stadium. So Kansas passed legislation to be like, you know what? Why don't you come over here? You keep marking this
I know,
off.
I saw that.
Please stop marking it off. I was like, I'm going to mention to this off air. We're reading a script right now, and Drew figured out how to do checkboxes on our script, and he is marking them off before I'm even done speaking, and I keep going back and unchecking them so I can read what it says. It's fine. Going back to it, Kansas goes, yes, come over here. So basically, now the Chiefs Stadium is probably moving. It's in Winnedote County. Winnedote in Kansas. About 25 miles west of the current one. It'll have a fully covered dome, but translucent roof, 70,000 seats, and plans to open in 2031.
Whoa.
Which Broncos Stadium, we're slated to open in 2032.
Whoa.
Ooh, or 2030. I don't know. But 2031 seems very soon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's in 5 years. That's quick, I feel like, for a stadium.
Yeah, but I mean, technology is what makes it all go. You know what I mean?
I know. Don't worry, I'm Googling it.
It's okay.
When is Broncos Stadium opening? Yeah, 2031.
Wow.
How are we opening the same year as Kansas being like, I don't know if we're doing this or not. Just kidding, we're doing this.
Technically, I think this is all being announced around the same time. Like, this was kind of announced last year around the same time that...
Oh, was it announced last year? Oh, I thought this was new.
Or there were plans of it happening. So I think in order to even have plans, like, my guess is to pass legislation, the county has to be like, these are our plans. This is what we want to do. So the plans are already there.
Yeah.
Just like it happened for I don't know what this is, but that's just how it happened with the Broncos. So... Anyway.
Okay, Las Vegas Raiders. They did draft
Raiders.
Fernando Mendoza first overall. And he was in home. He was just sitting on his couch with all his family. He didn't want to be at the draft.
Cute.
Didn't want to be in the green room.
Cute.
I think it's so funny because Kirk Cousins, who was the quarterback of the Falcons, and also on the Netflix show Quarterback, and not this year, shockingly. He was in it for 2 years, and finally Netflix was like, we should find another quarterback to feature.
Someone interesting.
Someone who might be good at this. While Kirk Cousins is good.
In his own way.
But Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza, first of all, look exactly alike. They look exactly alike, 10 years difference. Second of all, both goobers. They're both, that's the best way to explain them. So it's also interesting because they brought Kirk Cousins on knowing they were going to draft Fernando. And I think what is smart and what I think Tom Brady said in one of his like an analytic talking heads thing is he was like, why a lot of quarterbacks are failing is because you draft them first overall, you put them into the system and expect them to be awesome year one. That's not happening. So what the Raiders are trying to do is have Kirk Cousins be with the Raiders. And there's talk that Fernando may not start all of this season, but at least for the first, 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, as training camp started, Cousins is taking the starting reps, the team one reps. It looks as if he's playing with the starters, which you typically do as who's going to be your starting quarterback. So it would appear that Cousins will be the starting quarterback at least week one. But like Brady's saying, there's so many people that it's like, oh, we got our star quarterback, go. Have fun.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works, but a lot of times it doesn't.
No.
So.
We spoke about this last season, but another huge Raiders story is somehow the Max Crosby trade was absolutely botched. Basically, Max Crosby was slated to be a Ravens. They announced it. It was like, oh my God, he's going to the Ravens. Max Crosby flies to Baltimore. He takes a picture on his Instagram and is like, see you soon of the stadium. Like, sees the stadium. It says, see you soon. Goes to the stadiums, posting all these things. Later that day, if not the next morning, the Raiders post something saying the Ravens are no longer moving forward with this trade. We have no comment at this time, which just
became a meme in and of itself.
You never see this stuff happening, and it's only because it's the Raiders.
Yep.
And as a Broncos fan, I love to see it. So I'm curious what Max Crosby's season is going to look like because they didn't move forward with it because basically a doctor came in and was like, yeah, Max Crosby's knee or whatever injury he had, it's not looking as good as like what they were telling us. Like actually after doing some inspections, yeah.
And as fun as it is to look at the Raiders botch things, also a lot of people were saying the Ravens didn't do enough due diligence before agreeing to this in the first place. And so who knows whose fault it actually is.
Both. I say both.
Okay.
But I don't know. They're not playing them this year, but would be a crazy game.
That'd be a crazy game.
Let me see. Raiders versus Ravens. And both start with an R. Both start with a Ray. Whoa. Okay. Los Angeles Chargers. Drew's old head coach, Mike McDaniel, is now in sunny Los Angeles. He is the OC now. Which I think is going to be great. And speaking of goobers with Fernando and Kirk Cousins, goobers with Mike McDaniel and just freaking what's his
Herbert?
name? No, John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh.
Is that his name? My brain is slowing down.
is one of them.
Oh, look.
No, John Harbaugh. It's John Harbaugh. I promise you.
Okay, cool.
Jim is in the Giants
John
now.
Harbaugh is the Giants. This is why I don't trust you.
That's fair.
Jim Harbaugh is with the Chargers. Okay, speaking of goobers, Mike McDaniel and Jim Harbaugh, when you see any video, for instance, we saw a video of them in the draft room.
Yeah.
The way they just talk and act, it's just so funny. Like,
do you know, and they're goobers of a different breed. Like, McDaniel is a goober that, like, knows what cool is, but isn't it. And I feel like Harbaugh doesn't know what cool is and isn't. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, he's khakis, New Balances. Yeah. Whereas McDaniel has style. I'm not just saying, like, style.
No, I know.
Makes it cool, but like,
no, but he has style. But at the same time, when you see him with the sunglasses and the watch and the shoes, it looks like he's like playing dress up.
Yep. Yeah. So he's over there, which I'm not gonna lie, as a Broncos fan, Mike McDaniel being their OC has me a little scared. He's an offensive mastermind. Yeah. Like, it's easy to make fun of the Dolphins. That's the end of my statement. But it's easy to make fun of the Dolphins and forget about, like, what Mike McDaniel did for them for a very long time. I truly believe if Tua and all that stuff didn't happen, I think Mike would still have his job, 100%. Personally. So that's something we're going to have to watch. Now, a huge reason why the Chargers chargered last year, besides just charging all the time, is their O-line, their offensive line. Like, 2 of their main starters went out within, like, the first, like, 5 weeks of the season. So they ranked last in pass protection, run blocking. So that means Justin Herbert was just sacked left, right, and center last year. But basically, the Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt are back and healthy. They're also adding additions, like signing Pro Bowl center Tyler Biadasz and guard Cole Strange. So their O-line should be better. So congrats, Chargers, whatever. But a big story, Justin Herbert, he's an engaged man.
Yeah.
He proposed to Madison Beer, which I was like, that seemed fast. Their first outing was this offseason.
Like a year ago?
No, this offseason.
No. Yeah. I remember hearing about this last year, that they were dating. Yeah.
Because I remember, no, their first sighting was at a basketball game, remember? And they were courtside, and he, like, blocked the ball from getting to her. And so I was like, so then it couldn't have been, because what is it, August? I know it's been like a year.
I think it's been a year. I think it was recent. When was the first time? I don't have to say what I'm searching out loud.
No. Either way, it's quick, but Madison Beer is now engaged, and truly the most gorgeous woman I've ever laid eyes on. She is so pretty. So
sparked dating rumors in August of 2025.
Okay, so about a year ago. Yeah. Literally exactly a year ago. But that's it for the Chargers, and that's it for the league catch-up for today.
Yeah, for the rest of the offseason, we'll be doing one AFC and one NFC team. Or league.
The offseason catch-up like we did for our teams.
Yeah.
So, that's about it for episode 1. We had so much to catch you up on, not personally, but also for our teams, for divisions.
So thank you for staying with us. And yeah, it's super good to be back. We're super excited. I can only speak for myself, but I'm happy to be here. I don't know if Des is happy that I'm here, but
correct.
But it doesn't matter because I'm not going anywhere.
Because you're here to stay.
Yep.
So we got another season coming up. We're going to be with you for the next 8 months. Oh boy! Oh boy! We're back. Football's back.
Football's back, baby.
Yeah, were you going to say something?
Get used to our dumb faces and voices.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Hopefully, it just gets better from here.
Yeah, it can only get better from here.
It can only get better from here. And with that being said,
go Broncos!